3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The biggest names in music.
Oh, wow.
Big names, big songs, big guests, big prizes.
Well, it's a big show. Okay.
The Big Show.
Put your hands together for the one and only
Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean.
That's what I'm talking about.
1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits.
1, 2, 3.
Good morning and welcome to a lovely Monday morning, made even lovelier by the presence of our special guest every Monday, Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms.
Good morning.
How was your weekend, Nat?
It was good. A bit of indulgence for Father's Day yesterday. A bit of pizza. But apart from that, not too bad.
Do you find pizza indulgent? I have pizza like twice a week.
The amount was indulgent.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, Glenn is back, and Glenn's going to be working out with you today, finally.
Yeah, yay.
No.
I wish. So, what advice do you have for people like me, Nat? I go running a whole week, 5 days in a row, and obviously I feel like my knees are still recovering right now. I couldn't stop myself. Somewhere along the way, I told myself, okay, Glenn, you've run for 2 days now. Maybe you should take a day off running and do something else. And then maybe run again, the following day. But I don't know. I just started running and I just felt like, okay, I don't want to skip a day. I just want to go 5 days in a row. Run, I'll rest over the weekend, and I'll run again the following week. But I was so tired. and it was just painful everywhere.
But you enjoyed the process.
I enjoyed the process because I didn't have anything else to do while I was on leave, right? But the moment, I came back to work, I haven't gone for another run, Nat.
I'm not surprised.
It's been 10
but
days.
is that because you do 5 days and then you do nothing for 2 days?
Yeah,
The
no,
weekend.
it's
Sort of
recovery. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
and
the guru give me the advice.
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Number one, I think, one day running, one day of something else, mix it up. So if you're on holidays and you're bored or feel like doing something, go for a bike ride the next day or go for a swim rather than run if you're not a runner. And as FD says, yes, active recovery. You should have gone for a walk on the weekends rather than just do nothing. So keep your body moving or do a stretch or a yoga or something.
Right.
But not all or nothing. Just find that middle ground, which I know you struggle with.
He does.
I'm horrible. And this has been my problem for years.
It's all or nothing.
Today we're going to talk about new trends. What are some of the new things to look out for when it comes to things like health food and drinks and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. People are now taking stock of what they're putting in their body more, I think, after this. So something that's really gaining momentum is the non-alcoholic beers. So Free Spirits, are a dedicated site now in Singapore that all they do is non-alcoholic,
Drinks,
which is fantastic. And, you're looking at something like 30 calories for a bottle of beer as opposed to, over 100 and still get the same taste. So I think that's great. Then people are looking for healthier snacks. There's, I'm seeing some amazing Singapore businesses starting up during this time. For people that love beef jerky, there's a great business called The Happy Moo that's just started. This guy's sort of come up with this business and it's fantastic quality. And then, of course, protein powders. Everyone's on the protein powder bandwagon after all of this, still learning how to take it. But, as we've discussed before, things like purity plant protein, something that's high quality is key. And I think that's what people are starting to understand is quality is everything rather than quantity or just buying cheap things to put in your body.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with that. I think people need to look more into the ingredients and the labeling. Like, I love these Free Spirits as well because I did a story on them before as well. And they sell everything from gin to vodka to beer to wines as well that are all alcohol free.
Right.
Everything
Yeah.
is alcohol free.
And they taste good. They actually taste good. So you feel like you're having that fix without the hangover, which is great.
Oh, that's always a good thing.
Something that someone mentioned to me over the weekend, we were talking about just this, and they said a lot of these products have things like, not only the protein powders, but some of the other stuff you consume, have fillers in them.
Yeah, so again, that's when you buy quality rather than,
Right.
so it is, back to Angel's point, read the label, because a lot of protein powders do have rubbish and fillers in them, but a lot of them don't. So, look at what's in the label. If you don't know what it is and can't pronounce it, then don't buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Fantastic.
I've got zero alcohol beer in my fridge.
Oh, good for you.
From when?
He's got it there. He doesn't consume it. It's there.
That's true. They've probably expired already.
All right, Nat, what about exercises? Anything new we're seeing out there?
Yeah, I think obviously cycling, running, as we've just discussed, isn't going anywhere. I think we're going to see a hybrid of people going back to the gym from today, but also still doing their home workouts, because people are used to the Zoom and using YouTube. Most people are open to new exercise experiences now too. So they might go and try something like a martial art to mix it up. And people are really spending on things like coaches. So they've gone running, they've gone cycling, but now they want to take it to the next level. So we're seeing that investment in people wanting a proper program, whether it's running or whether it's joining a group where they can actually get better. So I think, the investment in themselves is certainly growing.
Yeah, and this will probably prevent them from, training with no limits on a daily basis. They'll get the proper advice.
Okay, maybe you should sign up with a PT or something.
Yeah.
I have two PTs whom I don't listen to. Okay, let's work out with Natalie Dau right now, live on the Big Show TV, while we take a listen to Guns N' Roses. Here's Sweet Child of Mine on 1FM 91.3.
Rollerblading is big also now. If you're talking about
What's
trends,
big?
Rollerblading.
Yeah.
Skating, rollerblading, yeah.
Yeah.
So many of these things going around now, all
Yeah.
these trends.
I also just bought a pair of rollerblades.
Did you? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Don't fall over.
And break your hip.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Today we are doing all of the exercises on the ground, so no standing. First one is just kneeling get-ups, so on your knees and then up and back and down. So keeping it really low. Next one is a scorpion, so on our stomachs, arms out, and then moving our legs. I love this one. It's really good.
Nice
really
stretch.
good stretch. Yes, and then we're going to do those in the bear crawl position, but taps. So keeping it low there. Some stuff for our abs. So knee pull-ins.
Oh.
All hands on the ground. And then back to one we did a couple of weeks ago is that crab one, the crab toe touch. So nice and easy, keeping them all low today. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. You ready, Glenn?
Glenn, come on. I'll roll the mat out for you. Come on.
Oh, I'm gonna look so unglamorous.
Okay, nobody can see us in the small squares.
Come on.
It's like Hollywood squares.
Oh man, I'm gonna perspire as
Yeah,
well.
you're gonna perspire.
I'm gonna be doing grocery shopping after this.
How are you going to perspire and then go and have your pasta? Come on.
Yeah, think about the pasta.
Okay, because you did the scorpion stretch, I like that. I especially like it when I stretch and I hear a crack, Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
He'll just be doing 40 seconds of that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Anyway, no one needs to see how I'm working out. They just need to look at Natalie. So.
Here with our...
All right. I'll follow.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On our knees and up and down. So keep nice and low, alternating legs.
Come on, let's do it.
So feel the burn in the legs.
Oh, my Lord. I'm looking at Glenn doing this and I'm hurting.
This one should be all right. These are all easy if you do BJJ. This is all right.
BJJ, this
all right.
is okay.
Yeah. 13 seconds. Let's go. Get those legs burning a bit.
Oof, I don't know whether
That's
my
it.
knees can
Stay
do it.
low.
Yeah, I don't know if my knees will take this.
3, 2, 1. All right. Now we're on those
Rest.
Hey.
scorpions.
Now
Yeah,
give me
these are
scorpion.
good.
The light song.
Hey.
Yeah, this is a good one. Really good. Yeah, so this is a really good warm-up exercise too. Sometimes if you like to. 3, 2, 1, arms outstretched.
I'll do a standing scorpion.
I think I threw it on.
Okay.
There we go.
One crack.
Doesn't have to be too fast. Just nice and steady.
So this one is strictly for stretch.
No, because it's an active movement. So you're really using your hips here. So working on your hips more than anything. It's a good hip opener.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. But it is a good one if you're going to go and do a heavy strength session or go for a run even. This is a good one to warm up with.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Because you can still, you're still moving. You're not holding any stretches there.
Looks like Glenn's
That was
not
hard.
meant. Looks like Glenn's not meant to work out.
I was working out.
I know you were. You
Yeah.
were.
you are.
Tough. Technical
Yeah.
difficulties. Huh?
All right, we're on our toes. We're getting in that bear position. Hands under our shoulders, knees about an inch off the ground, and we're tapping. If this is too hard to tap, just hold it in that bear crawl position.
Well done, Sean. Keep it going.
Yeah. I'm doing the standing
Otherwise,
version.
standing bear. Yeah.
Standing bear.
Is that? It's like a yogi bear.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Hey, hey, boo boo. Get some pick a nigger baskets.
Good job. You should be feeling this in your legs and in your shoulders. Hang in there, less than 10 seconds.
Everybody, where is Glenn?
Where's Glenn?
It's coming
Okay.
Your computer
Yes.
camera.
He's back.
There, Glenn's back.
Still froze.
And he's not
Okay.
quite back.
Okay, we're resting.
Yes, we're resting. We're going to do the knee pull in. So two options. You can have your hands on the
Yeah.
ground if you like. So hands like that
Yeah,
if
work
you
for the
want,
abs.
or hands
for the
out in
pasta.
front.
Makes me want to go for a BJJ class today.
Yes. Are you going to go?
I don't know. I haven't registered yet. I don't know what they're doing.
What they're
today,
doing.
How many people
Right.
are allowed?
Yeah,
Most-
Matt's there right now, so
Oh.
yeah,
He'll check it out for
I'll
you.
check.
he'll check it out. Yeah.
Most gyms are packed already.
Yes.
Very hard to get
Like-
slots.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Shake it out. Last exercise coming up.
Twinkle toes.
All right. So back to those crabs. Remember, keep your hips nice and high on this one. Get into position. 3, 2, 1. That's it. And if it's too hard, just try and hold it here. Otherwise, let's tap away. It's a good one for shoulders. Also butt and hips. Lift
Not
those
easy,
hips
right?
up.
Did this one as well.
It's coordination. And momentum too. You're better off just keep going. Don't stop. Yeah.
One more minute.
One more minute. Glenn looks at Angel
Hang
going,
in there.
what?
Finish your 100 burpees.
Good job.
There you
Good
go.
job.
Well done, Glenn.
Yay! Oh, keep
Hey.
going. He's doing it for the camera. Go on.
He's doing it for the gram.
Yeah, doing it for the gram. All right, rest time.
Rest time.
Well done, Glenn. Sorry I bullied you.
Yeah.
Wow. What about exercises, Natalie? What are we seeing out there now when it comes to new stuff?
Yeah, I think things like, I think it's almost just regurgitation. So the things like the exercise bands, I don't know anyone that doesn't have them in their house now. So that's really, that has to be the biggest seller over the last 2 years is certainly exercise bands. And then, I just think everyone seems to become more active, which is really good. So we'll see how long that lasts. I think it lasted post-circuit breaker, and it's lasted again. People have spent thousands of dollars on bikes.
Yeah.
So, the stores can't keep up here. And as much as everyone thinks that they're, making all this money, they can't get the stock to keep reselling. So, I think cycling's definitely seen a resurgence, as would see by how many people are out there on footpaths and things as well.
I think it's a great thing, though, everyone keeping active. And as you said, I hope it carries on. So if there's anything that's good that's come out of the pandemic is that people are getting more physically active than they were before, and getting creative with how they're working out as well.
Yeah, and I think it's created new communities too. So people are cycling together. They're doing the Green Corridor together. So it's been fantastic.
Okay, we
can
go back
ask
on
her
air.
that question.
Stand by
Yeah.
one more time.
Charlie Puth and Megan Trainor, Marvin Gaye right here on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. We are with Rockstar Arms, Natalie Dau this morning, and what a nice workout, I have to say. Yeah, that got my heart pumping a little bit.
You got another session. So if you missed the workout with Natalie Dau, stay with us for the bigshow.tv because we will be working out again. Well, not we. Natalie and Glenn will be working out again. So Natalie, today we're talking about the latest trends in health and fitness, and you mentioned protein shakes, which are good for you, especially if you can read what the label says in terms of the ingredients. But we're also talking about exercise trends that are out there with cycling and walking and running and home equipment and stuff. Anything else that you've seen? Like you were talking about the exercise bands?
Yeah, the exercise bands, and then I think some people have built out their home gyms, and now they're looking for what's next. So, you have this new machine launching, the V-Form by Vitruvium. So, people are spending on home equipment still, and they don't have a lot of space, so they're looking for alternates to invest in. So I think things like that are great. And anything that, is building community is been fantastic in sports. So cycling groups, walking groups, you're seeing now it's back up to 5. There's a lot of people out there getting together, and that is their social catch up rather than, sitting down eating at the moment.
So if I don't want to go out, is there an app, like a fitness app perhaps, that you could recommend for home workouts?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Funny you mentioned that. There's a great one called Rockstar Fit.
And what kind of workouts can we expect on the app?
On the app, everything from a quick 5-minute workout to a 28-day program. Also, kids and parents workouts together. And it's right through from beginners right to advanced as well. So equipment, non-equipment, something for everyone.
Fantastic. So when it comes to new trends and all that, do you think people are spending on looking after themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. You can't get into a physio at the moment. So whether that's because people are injured or whether they're just doing a bit of recovery, absolutely, they're valuing that more now. And I think things like the massage guns, the foam rollers, recovery system, compression pants, all of those have seen a huge uptick in sales. So people are now understanding that recovery, Glenn, I'm talking to you about this, is just as important as the actual exercise.
It's good that you brought up recovery clothing. I see it being advertised and marketed and all that, but I think many people feel the same way I do. Do these things really work? I mean, they look like a regular shirt, a regular pair of pants. How does it work in aiding recovery?
Yeah, so the compression clothing is great because it pushes that blood through your system, a bit like the compression pants, which are the next level. But, you put compression tights on after you've been for a run, and, it'll take down any swelling. It'll help, help blood flow through your body. So they do work. And again, you know, if you're buying the clothing, you have to replace it after it gets too stretchy as well. So bear that in mind.
Right.
You know, it only works for a certain time. If it's too easy to put on, it's not going to work.
Okay, so speaking of which, how does one shop for compression clothing?
I was
Because
about to
wouldn't,
ask.
I wouldn't know the first thing about what to pick up and what I would need.
Because too loose is not good. Too tight is not good either.
Yeah.
No, that's right. You know, so a lot of them do have measurements. So know what if you're buying, say, socks or pants, know what your calf measurements are and your thigh measurements, because it is really specific when you're buying this stuff. So know that. Then you can order online, no problem at all, if it's, if that works.
Yeah, because FD did a story last week on a woman who wore a pair of jeans that were too tight and she passed out.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. She ended up having the jeans cut off her and she couldn't walk for 4 days.
Yeah, so at least these are a bit stretchy, but absolutely, know your limits and know your size. So get that tape measure out, and there's how-to instructions on most of them.
Okay, fantastic.
Right, we are speaking to Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms, all set for set number 2. Working out on thebigshow.tv. Meantime, here's Christina Aguilera on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. This is Genie in a Bottle.
Oh, and skipping also is another one.
Skipping.
Yeah.
Big. People are skipping a lot.
Yeah.
I can't skip.
I'm learning how
I go
to.
once and I'm like, what do I do
Apparently,
now?
it's very effective. Is it as effective as running?
You can't skip full on for an hour like you can running. So it's great high intensity training, but you're not keeping up that intensity skipping for an hour.
Not endurance.
You know what I hate
Yeah.
about skipping? Oh, my soul's aching afterwards the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we do that in Muay Thai.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And so we don't use shoes, right?
Yeah.
And we just go like 5 minutes to 10 minutes.
Skipping.
That's very long.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
you stop when obviously you can't skip anymore.
Right.
But it's a good form of...
It is.
It's good
It's
cardio.
amazing. Good cardio and amazing for your carbs.
And also good hand-eye coordination as well,
it's
right?
Yes.
coordination, yeah.
Okay, round 2.
My knees
All
are
right.
hurting, so I'm just going to do squats.
Yeah.
Okay,
Squats,
that's fine. 3, 2, 1. Do squat pulses so you stay low.
Pulses.
Yeah.
She said do squat pulses, so you stay
There you
low.
go. For 40 seconds.
She still want you to burn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want to make him suffer. All right. Stay low, everyone. Halfway there.
He's doing a little dance.
I'm opening up my hips as well.
Good job. 10 seconds.
This is like your workout music, man.
Yeah.
Not done
3,
yet. 10 seconds.
2, 1.
Come in with a cane tomorrow morning.
No, I don't think so, yeah. Do what you can do.
All right, those scorpions now.
Like I need new knees.
Your stretch.
Okay, scorpions.
Scorpions. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Really?
You see, she keeps her hands flat on the floor, Glenn. Her hands don't...
Harder this way.
Is it harder that way?
He's just rolling around. Like marching it.
No, but it looks like it...
Another crack.
Oh, he's just trying to crack his back.
Okay, he's just cracking his back.
Good job. Open up those hips. See if you can get your leg a bit higher this time. All right.
Wow.
Back bear crawl taps. All right.
Standing bears.
Standing bears, yes. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right. Keep those knees down. Suck in that belly. Squeeze the butt. Hands under shoulders. That's it. Don't rock side to side. Try and keep as straight as possible. Halfway there. Ooh. Feel those legs burn. That's it. Good job. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Yay! right, nicely done. Oh, there's one more.
Yeah, there's one.
Two more.
Two more.
Two more
Add
to
one the
go.
crab one.
Oh, yeah.
We're
that's it.
doing the knee pull-ins and then the crab. So ab time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As I said, hands on the ground if you want, or hands out.
Yeah.
To you.
Don't squeal
No,
on
no,
me.
no, no, no.
He's ready to squeal on me.
No,
I can see his eyes. Like,
I'm just seeing the difference between what you do and
because
what
I
she's
am
doing.
cheating. That's why.
I didn't say,
I don't
you
want
see,
to tell the
I
world.
never said anything. I didn't say anything.
It's a very fact that you looked at him.
No, but it's interesting because I'm trying to see what alternatives there are that would make it easier for me to
This
do.
will be.
Yeah, hands on the ground, hands
Yeah.
behind,
Yeah.
hands behind. But it's probably not the best one for your back, this one.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
your
look
tailbone.
like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
look like it.
Yeah, let's do a
Probably-
sit-up FD.
Yeah, probably not the best for your back.
Yeah.
Or like a crunch.
Yeah, all right. Last one, we're doing those crab toe touches.
Yeah, Glenn's really good at this. I was
Yeah.
watching you do it just now. You were really
This is
good
like
at
a
it.
BJJ thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're really good at this.
All right, there we go. Good job.
Just as we
Why
said.
the head?
Just as we said.
Good job. 30 seconds. Ooh. It's a good one just to do, drop down and do while you're watching Netflix. Stick a mat on the floor, stretch it out, or from your desk. It's an easy one.
This would be so
Okay.
cool if someone does a board meeting and they're all doing this while they're at the board meeting. That'd be so funny. to
That should
watch.
be allowed now already.
Yeah, it should be mandatory. Good job, everyone.
All right.
Hey Nat,
Nicely done,
I'm
nicely
just
done.
curious. What's that equipment you've got on the floor next to you?
That is the Vitruvium that I
Oh,
just
that's the
spoke
one she was
about.
talking about.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is. It is amazing. It does 180 kilos.
Is it on sale here already?
You can buy it on. Yes, you can buy it online. But Fitness First are doing a trial. You can go and try it there for free with a trainer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
We still have a little bit of time. Can you do a demo for one of the exercises?
I've got to plug it in.
Oh, I
and,
see. Okay.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
I
next
can
week.
next week. I can
Yeah.
next week. Absolutely.
So it's not,
Yeah.
it needs to be plugged, it needs electricity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But what amazed me was it's really small.
Yeah, it is, and it's and you can put a bench over it. There's different handles, and then you just plug it in, attach it to the app, and it calibrates 40 times in a second. So it automatically calibrates to you and your strength.
Wow.
I have
okay.
an idea. Let's do a Vitruvian special next week.
Yeah. Let's do that.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, that'd be
So we'll
good.
watch. We don't need to work out.
Glenn's happy already.
We'll just watch you.
and people at home can just use if they have
Exercise
weights or
bands.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they want. I'll come up with some exercises that they can easily do
great.
with a water bottle or something, and I'll use that.
Yeah, that'd
cool.
be nice.
That's
'cause
really
we're all
Yeah.
curious, right?
I'm
Yeah.
very curious to see how this thing works, especially if it's calibrating to your strength.
It's hard.
Which means the more you use it, the stronger you get. It follows you through your strength growth.
Absolutely, yes.
It's like the trainer you never had.
It's like the training
Yeah.
you never had, yeah.
Yeah, and it takes away dumbbells, barbells, everything, so you can actually just use that.
So it's good for small spaces then.
Yes, slide it under your bed. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I hated
Very
that I perspire so much, so easily.
Poor thing.
That's
Now
a
you
good
can't.
metabolism, right?
Now I
Yeah.
don't feel fresh anymore.
Oh, is that why you didn't want to work out?
Yeah, it's why most of the time I don't want to work out in the studio because I get like all wet and
You're not
icky.
sweating. You're like you look
Come,
fine.
give me a hug. I do that to my wife all the time. She's like,
So cute.
because my wife doesn't perspire. She's one of those girls, right? She works out and she goes like, "Yeah, I'm not perspiring." I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're probably not working out hard enough or something like that."
Probably not true.
Glistening or glowing.
There you go.
But why is
Yeah.
that the case, though, Natalie? Do you think guys perspire more than girls?
Oh no, I'm a perspirer big time. No, I think it's they do say the fitter you are, the faster you perspire, because what happens is your body's better at cooling itself. So that's
Right.
why you're perspiring.
Yeah. I've noticed that, like before when I didn't exercise as much, it took a lot for me to perspire. I would take a long time to perspire, but now if I walk for like 3 minutes or I cycle, I jump on the bike and I'm sweating already.
You're done? Yeah.
Nat, we've got a question on our Facebook page from Albert Tay. He's asking, are there specific apps with exercises for children to do every day? I would suggest they go to your app where parents can work out with their kids, right?
Okay, we
Yes,
ask this question again
absolutely.
on
Okay.
air
Good question.
as we close. Stand by.
All right, let's take a look at the traffic situation, see what's happening. We've got the BKE towards the PIE, an accident after Mandai Road exit. AYE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down after Jurong Port Road exit. Congestion is to Penjuru Road, avoid lane 3. And then on the BKE towards the PIE, an accident before Mandai Road exit. Congestion to the SLE. Stay within the speed limit, have everyone buckled up, be safe as you drive today.
It is Monday, the 21st of June, 2021. We have Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms, with us. What a great workout today, Natalie.
Yeah, well done, Glenn.
Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Nat, as I was saying earlier, Albert Tay's got a question. Are there apps where where parents can go to find exercises for their kids to do each day? I guess the recommendation would be for them to go to your app so that the parents and the children can actually work out together.
Yeah, absolutely. My apps, I'm doing exercises on there with my daughter. And then, there's a couple of YouTube channels that have sprung up during this time as well. So, I think just have a Google and check those out. But there is definitely, it depends how fit your kids are. Any body weight exercise is going to be pretty good, and just scale it back a bit for them to start would be my advice.
It's the Rockstar Fit app, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, available on Google Play Store and the App Store, correct?
Yes, correct.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you very much, Natalie, for joining us as always.
Pleasure, guys. Look forward to seeing you next Monday.
Will do.
And next week, we'll do a Vitruvian workout.
Yes,
Exciting.
yes.
All right. We're looking forward to that. You have a wonderful day ahead, Natalie.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye. And right now we have with us our principal dietitian, the one, the only, the beautiful, Bibi Chia.
Bibi Tancha?
So you see, that's what
tired from the
happens.
workout.
That's what happens when I don't see you for a week.
You went to New York, did you?
She did. You see, I told you. Everyone knows you were in New York.
Okay. Yes, I was in New York, and no, I wasn't in New York. I wish. Okay, so this morning, what are we going to be covering, Bibi? I see lots of greens in front of you.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about diabetes, and is it possible to reverse diabetes? What should we be eating? What shouldn't we be eating? And I'm going to show you how you cook this really fabulous but ugly vegetable over here.
What is that? I can't quite.
Bitter gourd?
Is that a bitter?
No.
Yes, it's a bit of gourd. Yeah. Yes. So it's got lots of health benefits. It's bitter, but there are ways to cook it to make it delicious. And at the same time, a lot of people see this in the supermarket and they don't pick it up because they don't know what to do with it. So today we're going to
Looks
cook
like
this.
a spoiled cucumber.
No, but you know what? There are different types, I think, of
Bitter
I mean, if you're talking about bitter gourd, right? Because I don't remember, bitter gourd looking like that. It's usually, smoother and rounder. This is a different type of bitter gourd, right?
Yes, this is a different type. This is called Gourd, and this is from Okinawa. And the people from Okinawa actually attribute their longevity, their good health to this vegetable over here.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
Okay. You know what I have this with when I go to a Japanese restaurant or some selected Japanese restaurants here in Singapore? If you're interested, I'll tell you which ones to go to. I have this, with luncheon meat and eggs.
Oh.
Actually, that is a traditional Okinawa.
Right?
Traditional-ish Okinawa dish. But yeah, but I can't do luncheon meat on the show. So
Okay, let's check out Bibi Chia, our principal dietitian, right now on thebigshow.tv while we listen to Pat Benatar. Here's Hit Me With Your Best Shots on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
We should get you some of that Omni meat luncheon meat, which you can
Yeah.
use on the show.
Oh, that's so good,
yeah, the
Bibi.
vegan one.
That
That's
tastes
so-
exactly like luncheon meat, you know.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
brilliant.
I didn't believe them, and then
Yeah.
I tried it. I'm like, oh my goodness! If you just give it to me like that, fried, right, like spam fries, right, I wouldn't have known.
I actually prefer it to luncheon meat.
Yeah, it's lighter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, where can I buy it from?
You can get it from the
Green
supermarkets.
Common. Oh.
You can get it from Green Common, but you can also get it from your Red Mart or even your Finest and Cold Storage. So it's
Omni,
really good.
yeah.
Omni meat.
Okay.
Omni
In the
meat.
frozen section, yeah.
Really, really good.
Try it, lah. I think it should be
Okay.
fun. Your kids will love to try it as well.
Spam fries.
Bibi, you brought up something just now which is quite interesting. My dad had diabetes. My mother-in-law has diabetes. Is it reversible?
Well, in the past we used to think that it's chronic and it's not reversible.
Right.
I would like to be a little bit more positive with, management of diabetes, because I have seen in my own clinic where people's diabetes are so well controlled that they don't have to be on medication. And so they are on maintenance, and they asked me a question, am I considered diabetic free? I said, yeah, you are for the time being.
Wow.
Yeah, so as long as you maintain a certain lifestyle and certain types of food, then you can keep that at bay, correct?
Yes, that's right. And one of the key things is maintaining a healthy weight. So if my patients are overweight or obese, that's the first thing that, we'll like to, work on. But what's going to make them lose weight is a healthy diet and exercise, which are both important for the management of diabetes.
Yeah. How does one know if they're overweight? I mean, is it just obvious signs like? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm overweight, and then then when I check like my weight to my height, then it says I'm not overweight. But I do feel like I have visceral fat that I want to get rid of. So I mean, what's the gauge actually, Bibi?
Actually, that's a really good question.
You know me, lah. I wouldn't come up with good questions. I'm kidding.
Please, lah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, and I think clinically we would use BMI, which is your body mass index, and it is a range between 18.5 to 22.9 for Asians. If your weight or BMI falls within that range, you're considered healthy weight. But then again, I'm starting to see a lot of people with a higher, muscle mass,
Yeah.
Lower fat mass, and so they don't necessarily, fit within the healthy range.
Right.
And so we might want to do a body fat measurement, but as of now, there's no quick and easy and affordable way to measure like your body fat apart from the impedance, which is not 100% accurate.
Right. So maybe everyone should just go for a blood test.
Is that how you tell? I mean, if you're overweight?
You can't tell if you're
can't tell.
overweight
Right.
from your blood, but you can tell if you've got high cholesterols or if you have diabetes,
Yeah.
and that is verified using your blood works.
Yeah, which is the whole point, actually, right?
Yeah, that is.
Rather than guessing.
Yeah.
So Bibi, what should diabetics be eating?
I think, first of all, is to eliminate anything that's excessive, such as excessive sugar, even good fats. I would say, eat just enough. You don't have to overeat good fats, and to aim for that little bit of weight loss every week. And usually, I target for my patient about half to a kilo every week of weight loss. So it's about 2 to 4 kilos a month until they reach healthy weight range. And other parts of the diet would include changing some of the rice you eat to a whole grain rice. If you don't like, you can consider going for a long grain basmati rice. And this actually has a lower GI, so it takes a longer time to digest into your bloodstream. But some patients tell me, say, this one, the taste, it's not as good as the sticky, Japanese rice, let's just say. Well, we can always do a mix if that helps. So a mix of 20% of brown rice with your regular rice, you are helping to reduce your diabetic risk by 18%. So you don't have to eat 100% brown rice to get any of that health benefits.
Of course, for people who can forgo rice, completely, that's okay, right? That's even
yes.
better.
That is a preference. So far, there are no studies saying that rice actually increases your risk of diabetes. But yes, overeating does. And it's still plant-based. It's still hypoallergenic. And don't forget, when you eat brown rice, it's not only high in fiber, but it's got other nutrients in there, including your B vitamins, your E vitamins, as well as protein. So rice is not all that bad.
Yeah, but white rice is the worst.
And it's
right?
gluten-free as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But white rice is the worst.
White rice is the worst.
white
Yes,
rice.
white rice.
So if you
definitely.
can eliminate white rice, that would be
Yeah.
a good thing. So replace maybe white rice with
Brown rice?
With brown rice.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to say, it's taken me a long time, but I've gone from white rice finally
Oh,
to
that's
brown rice.
fantastic.
All
I-
right,
I
you're a
couldn't-
dog now.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah,
In your words.
In my words.
You know, for the longest time, this man refused to eat brown rice because he used to feed his dogs brown rice.
Oh.
That was his rationale. But now, brown rice actually tastes good, right?
It does taste
yeah,
good.
It
Yeah,
does
You should
taste
try
good.
black rice as
it's
well.
taken me a while,
A while?
but yeah, I've gotten used to it.
Did you say black rice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
black
Oh,
rice.
no. I just had black rice, pulut hitam, with lots of coconut milk.
I've never heard of black rice.
Black rice, yeah.
It's pulut
Forbidden
hitam,
rice. Forbidden
Okay,
rice, yeah.
But as
Yeah.
like a dessert, not as like a...
No, it can
you
be
eat
eaten
it-
as a meal.
You eat it as a meal, yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's got a lot of antioxidants in it as well.
What's your take on black rice? Is black rice better than brown rice?
Okay, you answer this question on air. We answer
Okay,
it now. We do one
Okay.
traffic. Stand by, everybody.
1FM 91.3 traffic.
The BKE towards the PIE, an accident after Mandai Road exit. That is causing quite a bit of congestion. Also on the AYE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down after Jurong Port Road exit. Congestion is to Penjuru Road. Stay within the speed limit, please. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning, Singapore. Welcome to The Big Show and thebigshow.tv. We have this morning our Principal Dietitian, Bibi Chia. Good morning, Bibi.
Good morning, everybody.
And we are tackling something that is
Bittersweet?
causing
Oh, it's causing a
that's
big
causing
problem.
a huge concern here in Singapore. I know a few months ago, even our Prime Minister came up to address the issue. Diabetes. More and more Singaporeans are being afflicted by this disease. So you're here today to tell us how we can change our diets a little bit. And you were telling us about some of your patients as well, whom have asked you questions like, will they ever be cured from their condition? And you actually said it's possible, right?
Yeah, it is possible. And I have seen it happen in my clinic many times where when people, especially at the initial stages, make lifestyle changes, they eat well, they exercise, they go back to their original healthy weight. And when you test their blood levels, it just goes back to normal. And that's without medication. And so, well, I would say, as long as you maintain that, you are considered diabetic free.
All right. So don't lose hope if you've just been diagnosed with maybe
Diabetes.
So there are different types of diabetes. What is the type that is only just the beginning?
Okay. So usually type 2 diabetes, before you get diagnosed,
Okay.
there are times where patients are considered pre-diabetic, meaning that
Okay.
you're kind of like, you're not diabetic yet, but you're on the way to having diabetes. And
Right.
this is the best time to make lifestyle changes because you can potentially reverse it. And it's always better to speak to your doctor. They may put together a team of people to help you, and that may be including a dietitian as well.
So sugar has always been very closely related to diabetes, right? But does that mean you avoid sugar altogether or you avoid refined sugar?
If it's sugar naturally contained in, say, fruits, then we would like to see as the total amount of carbohydrates you eat.
Okay.
So say, for example, an apple, a small apple has 15 grams of carbohydrate. A wedge of pineapple that's 130 grams also has about 15 grams of carbohydrate. And I see it as total carbohydrate. And that includes the brown rice you eat, the whole grain pasta. But added sugar is a little bit different. I would recommend no more than 25 grams of added sugar in your diet daily. So 1 teaspoon is about 5 grams.
So how does one calculate how much they're eating
Yeah.
in a day? Let's say they're not doing the refined sugar, but they're having their fruits, they're having their brown rice, which also still has the GI in it. And how does one calculate if they're having too much or if they're having too little?
Well, there are a couple of ways to calculate. First of all, there is this exchange system that dietitians use. So when we look at food, we kind of can convert, the foods into the number of grams of carbohydrates using exchanges. But there are newer and easier ways to do it. You just need to key your food into an application, and it can calculate how much carbohydrates you have eaten. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So there
That's
are
interesting.
apps out there that do the calculation for you.
Fantastic. So you're talking to us today about a magic vegetable. Well, you call it magic because it's really good for us. It's really good for the health, and it is what we know as a bitter gourd. But you had another name for it, a goya, was it?
Yes, that's right. So this is a bitter gourd that looks a bit smaller than the regular one that we see. It's a little bit more pimply as well. Lots of the little bumps. And it is from Okinawa, but you can also find this kind of variety from India and other countries as well. But yes, so the people from Okinawa attribute their longevity and good health to this vegetable over here.
Okay, and you're going to whip something up for us, is it?
Yes. I'm gonna cook this.
Fantastic.
Let's watch Bibi whip something up for us on thebigshow.tv. While we take a listen to Five for Fighting, this is 100 Years on 1FM 91.3. Okay, now we won't talk to you so much already, Bibi.
Yeah.
You just do your thing.
Yes.
We always
I'm gonna
forget,
have-
you know.
Yeah, we do.
Because we have so many questions
I
and she
know.
knows so much.
Oh, man.
So I'm just going to put the things aside so that I can cut this open and show you how it looks like on the inside. Now, a lot of people, when they see this in the supermarket, they don't know what to do with it. It's also really bitter. So if you like to start eating this, you could try putting it in soups first. It's not so bitter. But if you really like bitter gourd, this is a great dish. It's bitter gourd and stir-fried eggs. It's super easy.
You can put this in your juice as well. Juice it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at her face.
Oh no, I've never
like,
bought
no.
a bitter gourd.
I'll always go to the fruit shop and I'll have like
Bitter
bitter
gourd?
gourd with bitter gourd with orange
Something
and celery.
sweeter. Oh, sorry.
Well, the first time I tried bitter gourd when I was a child was juiced, and I absolutely hated it
Yeah, it's horrible.
for the longest time. So if you like to, recommend somebody else to eat this, maybe go easy, don't do the juice fast. But when you start to love it, you can always juice it afterwards.
But you can mix it with something sweeter like an apple or something.
But you'll
right?
still get that very sharp,
bitterness,
bitter
really?
taste.
Yeah,
I'm not a
And so-
fan.
And so there are some of these seeds on the inside that I would use a spoon to scrape out.
Okay.
And if you look at some of the research studies done on Goya as to what benefits it has, sometimes the studies is done on the seeds and on the leaf, so it's not necessarily from the gourd, or I would say this is like the fruit itself. Yeah.
So do you? Can you eat the seeds as well if you want to? No, that's even a bit more bitter, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. I've heard of patients telling me, oh, you can actually make it into tea. I'm like, well, I like other types of tea. Yeah, not this one. And then what you want to do is just to thinly slice it. And the thinner you slice it, the less bitter it is, because
Right.
if you cook in soup, a lot of that good, nutrients actually goes into the soup. But
So
it
fine.
helps. Yeah,
It's
that's
beautiful. No, so nice. Look at it.
Bitter gourd.
No, this particular bitter
This
gourd.
one, right.
Japanese bitter gourd. Because as I said, I've
Goya.
only had this with luncheon meat and,
right.
and egg.
Okay.
And let me just tell you, it is a delicious dish.
Really?
Yeah.
But when you say so together with luncheon meat, like fried
it's
up,
like-
like a
Yes,
stir
all
fry.
fried
Right.
up.
So it's stir fried.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So I have half of a bitter gourd here. And some people ask, is there a limit as to how much bitter gourd you can eat? Well, there really isn't an upper limit, but a recommended serve size is about 2 ounces or 60 grams, which looks like that per person.
Okay.
And
Just, I
this
think,
is good for diabetics. Did you say?
Yes, that's
Bitter
right.
gourd, yeah.
Yeah, so there are 3 different chemicals or phytochemicals in there that are being studied for, reduction the risk of cancer, even anti-inflammation, as well as diabetes. So, it cannot cure diabetes. The diet has to be looked at, as a whole. But there's no harm trying this. And if it's going to make me live healthier longer, like the Okinawan people, I will try it.
Later, I'll include a bitter gourd in the fruit juice. If you guys want, it's on me this morning.
It's okay.
It depends on whether
No,
you
that's
guys
okay.
want.
Sorry. I had my celery juice this morning. 800 milliliters of that, so I'm good.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how did that chia seed pudding go?
It went really well. I tried it at home.
Delicious.
I made it for everyone except Glenn.
It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome.
Because I don't like chia seeds. The only chia I like is you, Bibi.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
No point. Let's just
It just came to me.
At least now he never called you Tan. So
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Why I called you Tan?
We don't know. We don't
I
know.
have no idea. It was the workout this morning, I think.
I think so. I think
He's
so.
been
It
on
was,
his
it
back
was
on.
that shock, of the workout.
The shock.
So I'm just going to do a light stir fry. You could choose to, mince some garlic in there before you stir fry the vegetable. Now, the trick to make this a little bit more palatable is to make sure it is well cooked. Because if it's slightly on the raw side, you can taste it as a very green, grassy taste. Yeah.
Does it lose some of its nutrients if you boil it or if you fry it?
Unfortunately, yes, because some of the nutrient is water soluble. So when we look at water soluble nutrients, is that they can be denatured by very high heat or boiling it out for too long. But I think when we cook anything, we shouldn't expose it to too high a heat because it does destroy nutrients. So a light stir fry will do. And I have done, this is not very healthy, but it's very delicious. If you use bitter gourd and make it into like a vegetable fritter, like a pakora, like a tempura.
Ooh. Tempura.
Like a chip.
Okay, there you
All
go.
of a sudden, my luncheon meat and egg doesn't sound so unhealthy.
Everything fried is awesome.
I'm just going to turn this up.
I'm liking this tabletop frying thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it's
I
really
feel like
nice.
I feel like I need one at home just to sit down and fry stuff.
And you know what I really like? On her counter right now, I
The
love
knives?
the chopping board.
Oh, the chopping.
The chopping board's
That's a
very good.
I
beautiful
have one of
chopping
these.
board.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I've got one of these tree trunk things.
Yeah, and it came with a manual, like an instruction manual. I'm like, why? It's a carrying manual.
A cleaning manual.
Yeah, so you need to first, before you use it, you need to soak it in water for 3 days. When I received it, through the delivery, I wanted to open and use it. Then it comes with this paper saying, no, you can't use it yet. You're going to soak it in water for 3 days, and then you need to oil it. I'm like,
Wow.
Well, yeah, because it's from a tree,
You give me
right?
more trouble.
okay, now it's nicely sizzling up. And you can actually put other vegetables in there. And like Glenn said, traditionally, they put some pork, sliced pork, or, maybe the younger people, they prefer to have luncheon meat in there. You can do that too, if that helps you eat more vegetables. yeah. So Sean, would you eat this?
No, I don't like bitter gourd. I always like when I order my fish soup, it comes in
Yeah.
bitter soup. Yeah, then I will tell the uncle, please don't want bitter gourd.
Okay.
Oh, I think you should.
But now
you should
I'm like,
eat
okay.
a little bit more.
Changing my mind a little bit.
They come stuffed as well, right? At the Yong Tau Fu?
Yes.
Don't they? Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do come stuffed. I don't know. I don't know whether it's old wives' tale or not. Is that if the finer the lines or the smaller the pimples, the more bitter the gourd. And if you buy the regular ones that we see in the supermarket, the one that's a little bit more plump, the fatter the lines or the thicker the lines, the less bitter.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's
I don't think it's true.
But
Because when I have my yong tau fu and you have the stuffed ones, right, you can still get the bitterness from that bitter gourd.
But it's the bitterness that's the goodness, isn't it? Because they do say that the bitterer, the bitterer the
gourd.
food, the bitterer the god, the better it is for you, right?
Yeah, so some of the compounds in there is what gives it its bitterness, and therefore, it is meant to, give you that health benefits.
Okay, there we go, talking to her a bit
Right,
too
and
much
she
again.
can't even finish
we're
her-
going back on air, and we will wait until you finish before we sign off today.
Yes.
Lanier and sending all my love right here on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. We have been watching our Principal Dietitian, Bibi Chia, prepare a bitter gourd dish on thebigshow.tv, and we will continue to watch Bibi on The Big Show TV until she completes, her
entire
dish
dish.
for this morning.
Yeah, but Bibi, we've been talking about diabetes, which is in Singapore has the highest amount of lifestyle-induced diabetics in the world. And I read a study that says by 2050, I think, 1 million people above the age of 18 will have diabetes. So what is it that we should be eating? We already know what not to eat, but what is it that we should be eating more of? Last words from you, Bibi.
I think we should start eating a lot more whole grains versus refined grains. So if you are eating white rice, consider switching to a whole grain rice. And if your diet doesn't have enough vegetables, make sure you have that, extra fiber in your diet. As for fruits, they do contain sugar, but natural sugars, 2 serves of fruit is what you need for healthy living. And if you do have any protein, choose lean protein so that the diet together will help you not only control your sugars, but also control your weight.
Bibi, on our Facebook page, we've got 2 questions that came through, which I thought were rather interesting. Number 1, keto diets and diabetes, good or bad?
Well, if it's done properly, it could be beneficial. But when you overdo it, sometimes certain ketosis could be dangerous. And so it's best to speak to a professional, measure your sugar levels regularly and see how you go, measure your ketone levels. And also consider a well-balanced keto diet, a clean keto diet as well. And that could actually bring you lots of health benefits.
Another question is asked about MCT oils.
Okay. So MCT oils are usually used in a hospital setting to help patients increase their caloric intake, especially if they're not getting enough calories. But what MCT oil is actually coconut oil. And so I would be careful when I use too much coconut oil because a high fraction of it is saturated fat, which can drive up your bad cholesterol levels and increase your risk of heart problems.
Okay.
So MCT is only coconut oil?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, should we continue watching Bibi?
Yes. I definitely want to whip up what she is teaching us to do this morning. That's for sure.
Yes.
All right, up next, we've got headline news and sports, but please continue to watch us on Facebook. That's thebigshow.tv because Bibi Chia is whipping up a very, very beneficial dish, for all of us. All right, keep it right here on 1FM 91.3.
Okay, back to the cooking.
Yeah. So we're just going to crack some salt and pepper into the egg mixture.
Okay, salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
And pepper. And very easy. Just pour it onto the pan.
So it's like an omelette.
So it's like an omelette with bitter gourd in it.
Nice.
Yes. But some people like to scramble it up. I kind of like to make it into a nice, pancake looking thing. Yeah. So we're just going to pour that into the pan.
Put some chili and some garlic in there.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yum!
Sprinkle some vegan spam.
Whoa.
Just going to spread that out a little bit.
This tree is very fun.
This is
right?
an awesome fry.
I need your kitchen, Bibi.
I'm in fact building a new studio kitchen, bigger than this, and so that we could do a little bit more cooking, and hopefully I can get a wireless mic so that I can move around.
Yeah, you can get a
that'll be
clip-on
fun.
one.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's right. So just gonna heat up the omelette, just fry it like an omelette. And some people like to scramble it. You can do so, but I think it's quite pretty if you make it just like flat, like a pancake. and then fold it over. That's it. So simple.
Or you can roll it up like a little wrap. I know, I'm coming up with all
there
these
you go.
ideas,
Yeah,
right? Roll it up.
And if you like, you can also use goya, cut it into thicker strips, and make it into soup. So sometimes, the traditional pork type of soups, they also add a little bit of goya.
Yep.
I'm Teochew. Sometimes when they steam fish, they will put a bit of black bean sauce and a little bit of this to steam the fish together. It's quite nice. So I'm not sure. Bitterness may not always be a bad thing, and maybe help, bring out flavor as well.
I like bitter stuff.
Really?
I've
You
never
know,
bought bitter
That's the
gourd.
funny thing. As a child, I would beg my mom to bring me to get, the liang cha, sometimes you go to the herbal tea shop, and they have.
Oh, like the one you got me to drink
Yeah,
once.
wasn't it bitter?
Yeah, it was bitter as hell.
Yeah,
but
I
it
love
worked
it.
a miracle.
Oh man!
Oh, got rid of my
I just
cough.
love bitter things. I could just eat the whole bitter gourd like that.
Oh,
As a
really?
fruit, just
Wow.
bite into it.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
There should be a TikTok video.
My
Yeah,
mom,
right.
my mom never had a problem with me when it came to like medicine and all that.
Wow.
The only
I
thing
love
that I
my
like is
cough
tea.
syrups. I love chewing into a Panadol.
well, you are the same
Chewy.
person that likes to breathe in petrol as well, right?
That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Oh, I can't say that on air.
That's a bit off.
Children, do not try this at home.
Yes.
So it's going to take some time.
Okay.
But yes, when it's cooked, you can plate that. And you have a really nice goya omelette without luncheon meat in there.
I like it. It's super healthy.
I've got to say that whole goya omelette looks really good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And the eggs I'm using is also higher in nutrient and vitamin D. So that's why the yolk is like
Yellow.
Yeah.
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 And it's easy to do as well. The hardest thing is slicing the bitter gourd.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
hardest part. Yeah.
actually it's quite easy. I'm going to roll it up so it looks like a
Tamago.
Yes,
Tamago.
yes.
Bitter gourd tamago.
Yeah, there you
Wow,
go.
look at that.
So the Japanese do it like that? Do they do it like that, or is it a stir fry?
It's
That's
usually a stir fry,
right,
and
okay.
yeah, and I do this so that I can cut it into cubes, like little wedges, and you can have a small dipping sauce on the side to help you if you find that it is
Too bitter.
very bitter. Yeah,
But you're right, no, Angel. The traditional tamago, if you go to Japan, right, the way they do it is by layering.
By
it.
layering like a roll,
over
yeah.
and over and over and
Yeah,
over.
they sell the tamago pans. I've seen them. Sometimes it pops up on my Instagram feed, like
Now we know what you're
advertised.
searching for.
No, I'm not. That's the thing.
Like food, just like googling food only.
and this pan actually can act as a tamago pan. This is what I have actually done.
Oh,
and there are different attachments that you can make. Takoyaki, you can grill.
Oh.
So I've done yakiniku with this as well.
Wow.
And it works. Yeah.
And what is that? Could you tell us? What
The pan.
What's it
Pan
called?
is by Ricote, and it is called a home barbecue set.
Oh, so you can put grill meat and seafood and whatnot on it if you want, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. Okay, nice and brown. Ooh, oishi.
So nice, I can get the smell, no?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But that's from your workout just now, different.
Different smell, bro.
See, and that's another thing, right, for me, apart from the...
You
okay,
don't
I'm okay.
smell.
I'm
you
alright.
don't
Yeah,
smell.
yeah,
I'm only
Very
conscious
nice.
because you're here.
No.
You
If it
don't
was just
smell.
us guys, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
man, I don't care.
Dude, I tell you if you smell. Believe me, I would tell you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, yay!
Thank you very much for your time.
Beautiful.
I'd like to send this over.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, thank you, Bibi.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Enjoy
See you
your
next
bitter
week.
gourd tamago.
I will do that for breakfast.
Oh, wow. Take care, BB.
Bibi.
Thank
Bye.
you, Steve. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ricote.
How about that?
Wow, that was good.
I like that little hot plate thing.
Yeah,
I
that's-
really like
That's
it,
what
yeah.
you fell in love with.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the bitter gourd.
Are you going to try it today?
The hot plate. No, I
No,
don't
I
have
mean,
it. No, not the
bitter
eggs.
gourd lah.
The bitter gourd.
The bitter gourd with
something.
Eggs and Omni.
The only thing I would add into that is probably sliced chili.
I would put chili, garlic, bitter gourd, and maybe the Omni meat, luncheon meat.
Yeah.
But I would slice it super thin, like almost like paper thin.
Yeah,
so I
that's
don't
the way
taste it.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Really, really thin, so you don't taste it as much.
Looks
So almost like
shaving.
Like shaving
like
it, you know.
shaving it, yeah.
Come on, why not? Go
medallion.
upstairs. I'll just buy 3 or 4
No,
bitter
it's
gourds
okay.
and we'll just
It's all right.
chomp on them.
It's
Oh,
okay.
chomp on-
It's
you know,
okay.
it's like-
come
I
on.
thought you
You
juice,
go
wanna
ahead.
get
There's
the whole
that,
fruit.
there's
No,
that
that's different.
TikTok video.
Yeah.
There you go.
Chomp on your bitter gourd all you want, mate. It's all right.
Oh.
Okay.
It's all right.
Okay, say bye to everyone.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye-bye. Share the
the
video.
Video. Bye.